Newsmax has Peter Navarro apparently telling the story. Peter Navarro recounts being arrested by FBI agents. Eric Bolling, the balance. And I don't know if Eric Bolling has the ability to balance. He doesn't look like it, but he also is always sitting down when I see him, so I can't be a judge. But we know the story. The story so far, Peter Navarro just didn't get the message that the FBI wanted to talk to him. He'd received the subpoena. He just did what we all do with subpoenas. It's like jury duty. We leave them on the dresser and we forget about it and we hope they never come and ask us. And you go about your business and you go, oh, that thing. I thought that was something else. And then, so he decided to leave town while he was being sought for a subpoena that he was actively avoiding. And they didn't like the sound of that because he was only footsteps away from the FBI building. So he could have just walked over there and went, hi, I got a subpoena. Is there somebody I can talk to or something? Thanks. Just to clear this thing up. I mean, it's like a ticket, right? And he didn't do it. So he ignored that and pissed off. And what ultimately happened? What happened? What happened? They went after him. They went and got him at the airport because the judge considered a guy who was wanted for a subpoena, was ignoring it actively, and had been belligerently following behind a guy who had avoided a previous subpoena, mainly Steve Bannon, who's also been charged. He was acting exactly the same way, and they were in cahoots together. They were actually named in the suit together. They were like, yeah, you can go get this guy. He counts as a flight risk. He might, but he knows a guy who has a $1 billion yacht that can leave from wherever. I don't think he can leave from Tennessee. That would be work. But anyways, so this is Navarro telling us what it was like. Because apparently they jackbooted thugs ran into the Southwest terminal, snatched him up, put him in leg irons, dragged him out of the airport as a message to everyone around him, according to Tucker Carlson. And then they threw him in jail. That was the quote. They threw him in jail. They fuck you at the drive-thru.
White House advisor Peter Navarro was arrested in a massive abuse of power on Friday, placed in handcuffs and shackles, a move reserved only for violent felons. By the way, Navarro was indicted for contempt of Congress without so much as a court order. The man himself, Peter Navarro, joins us now. He's the author.
Without even a court order. He joins us from a green screen balcony.
Of that book right there, Taking Back Trump's America. Peter, I'm...
Yeah, that's the part where he admits to a lot of the shit that he's getting busted for.
So glad you...
And he's got a plug from the other dude who was indicted for avoiding a subpoena. Like, why don't you just... At this point, why don't you just call this book what it is? Exhibit A. All the Trump books written by people in the cabinet should just have an exhibit and a letter attached to it. Hope Hicks, Exhibit H.
You're here, and I see you standing in front of the Department of Justice. Yeah. And I got to ask you, will you take our audience through what happened at the airport on Friday? Because it just is appalling.
Okay. At the airport, you're at the airport on Friday. You're like, there's a coffee bean and there's a Starbucks. You're trying to decide, is it tea or coffee? You're worried about how much battery is left in your headphones, and do you get a charger, or do you think you have a plug in the bag that you brought, or do you get another? I'm telling you my life right now, aren't I?
Well, it's beyond appalling, Eric.
It's beyond appalling.
Let's start
at the airport
with Tuesday and leave.
All right, I'm gonna need some backstory to make the thing that happened that was very normal sound terrible.
Friday to get the quick backstory here.
Yeah.
I filed a civil suit against this kangaroo committee on Capitol Hill that's held me in contempt with illegal and unenforceable subpoenas. Their mission...
Well, apparently not if they're illegal and unenforceable, because they used one on Steve Bannon and the court saw that differently.
...is not to get to the bottom of Jan 6. It's to stop Trump from running for president. Let's be clear about that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think they also want to bust the people involved. Let me be abundantly clear. This is not about solving a bank robbery and arresting the perpetrators. This is just about making sure that the guy who was in charge of the bank robbery team Can't rob another bank. All right. This is about banks.
I filed that civil suit on
Tucker's coverage of this tops the charts. Right, Andy, Sarah.
really key constitutional issues. That's my duty.
Yes, we know all about your duty.
To the commander in chief in this country. So I do that on Wednesday. I send
just on Wednesday, so 1 day a week.
A letter to Patricia Alloy.
Oh, her. I mean, if you send it on Wednesday, that's her. That's her conspiracy to commit election fraud day. She's going to be out of the office.
Deputy attorney, who's in charge of what's going to be this witch hunt. And I say, look,
what's gonna be?
I'm in an
so you're making it a witch hunt. Oh, you mean your lawsuit's a witch hunt? I see. Gotcha.
untenable position. The Constitution and my duty says I got to do this. I'm looking for a modus vivendi. Call my attorney. Let's figure out a way that you can talk with President Trump, figure out a way to do this. And Eric, I call Walter Giordano. Who's he? He's the FBI agent that the week before had woken me up early in the morning, banging on my door with a subpoena. I said, Walter, I live right across the street. And I do, right across the street from the FBI. Hey, you need me? Just call me or come on over and whatever you need.
It's not to be interviewed by the FBI, fucko. They just delivered that part of it. You got to go to the committee. It's not he doesn't have a personal vendetta against you.
Peaceful, right? So on Thursday night,
why don't you do that with the committee then?
Instead of Patricia Alloy calling my attorney, instead of Giordano calling me on the phone to voluntarily surrender.
Yeah, neither of those things need to happen or should happen.
They cook up the worst kind of shock and awe political theater.
The worst kind of shock and awe political theater. They came in through the ceilings.
Theater, whereby they let me get up, have breakfast, like go.
They let you get up and have breakfast. Was that the shock or the awe part? It was after the cup of coffee. That's what it was.
To the airport.
Right.
And then take me down. Literally.
They took you down.
Literally take me down.
They took you down. Take me down, down, down. Now take me down. They took you down. Were they rough? Did they squeeze you? Did they have Russian hands and Roman fingers?
With 5 FBI agents, all 145 pounds of me, right?
Right. I weigh 20 pounds more than Peter Navarro. Jesus.
As I'm trying to board a plane to go on Mike Huckabee's show in Nashville.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they should know that. They're fans.
You know? So it's handcuffs first. The worst thing Giordano did, and I said,
was the strap on? That was what it was, wasn't it? I mean, it's bad enough when they give it to one of the FBI guys for the cavity search. It's even worse when they turn it inside out and strap it to you.
This to the magistrate.
Swing low, sweet chair, moon river. Whew. Thank you, Doc. Can't keep me here, Doc.
At my hearing.
Sorry, you can't keep me here, Chief. Maybe I'm not going to keep you here. Maybe I'm going to blow your brains out. Well, I am no lawyer, but I do believe that's a violation of my rights.
Is he would not let
Trollbot attack on YouTube. Okay, good to know. Thank you. Hold on one second. It happens, you know. Thanks for. Oh, by the way, you know what we haven't done in a while? We haven't thanked the trolls. Hi, trolls. You guys have helped us grow faster than almost any other aspect. We're about to hit 35.5 as far as subscribers. We're at 35,462, and a lot of that has to do with you guys. Now, excuse me while I'm working and talking, because I can do that. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Got to open this window. Open that window. Put this here. Carry the tea. Look out this bitch. And I think I'll try to do that right. And I think, I mean, we've got pop out. Here we go. All right. Now I should be able to. Trolls are heavy tonight. Well, I mean, they have to be. I'm kicking ass and taking names. It must be brutal. SNT SBC, thank you. He literally couldn't talk with handcuffs on. Right. Oh, okay. So you guys got it. Andrea's got it. You guys are covered. See? There we go. Hi, trolls. Yeah, that's the nice thing. The trolls themselves are, I mean, when they write stuff just to write stuff, it's all cool. Because all it does is boost us in the algorithm. If they're being, the only problem with trolls is when they end up, using, I would say, racist, sexist, anti-gay, or bigoted language specifically, or they're just filling stuff. They're just So in this case, we've just got somebody who's filling the place with noise. Let's see. There you go. And then we'll take this person and we'll go. There we go. Okay, there we go. Oh, I get it. It's okay. They come back sometimes. And like I said, it's just filler. That's the great one. Yeah, exactly. 1,000 trolls, 200 viewers. Right. That's exactly right. It's all us. We're all trolls. We're all kind of like personal trolls in that regard. So, using there we go. And then we'll do this. And then, there we go. Thank you, Andrea. I think I did it. I think we got most of it. We'll see. It's okay. An IP block? I don't know that I can do that in there. I'm not quite sure how that works. But I love the idea, Dragon X Flyer, and please send info on that for some folks. Because we get a lot of those, like, especially the spamming ones. Yeah. But we appreciate them being here because, like I said, they boost us in the algorithm.
Me make a phone call.
Okay, hold on. You get to make a phone call once you're in custody, once you're back at the place. Hal need help now. Freak show not banning help. I think I did it. We should be all right. I managed, Andrea. I think I jumped in there. Let's see. Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's just a troll account. So, there we go. Ta-da! I think I got it. I think I got him.
Magistrate at my hearing is he would not let me make a phone call to get legal advice at that point.
No, you don't. Nobody gets to make a fucking phone call in the car on the way to the station. Ever, not anybody. The fuck are you talking about? Why would you get special dispensation?
I was denied legal advice till I got in front of that magistrate. Right?
No, you weren't. And he's representing himself. Why don't you just talk to yourself in the back seat?
Off the bat, look, illegal alien, everything from illegal aliens to Al Qaeda terrorists were treated better than I was that day.
Bullshit. Yes, hold on one second. Thank you, Kimberly. I appreciate it. Yeah. Oh God, I'm not I have one. I'm not going to show it though. That's terrible. Yeah. So Peter Navarro thinks he was treated worse than this dude. Fucking hell. Yeah, there's just, it's like just dive into the Abu Ghraib pictures sometime. They just popped up when I did that search, and understand that the fact that Peter Navarro even would say, "Yeah, I had it worse than they did," like, just piss off.
Yeah, I get to the jail cell, and it's like leg irons, handcuffs.
Yeah, you get the same thing everybody else gets.
Strip search.
Yeah, you ain't special. Moon River. Thank you, Doc. You ever serve time?
No food, no water,
Did you ask for any?
no access to anything, solitary confinement.
You were put in a holding cell. He wasn't in solitary fucking confinement. You got your own cell, dummy.
And
They put me right in Gen Pop, a sweet piece of man meat like me. All I could hear was new meat, new meat, new meat everywhere. You know, and here I am walking on. They gave me, I didn't even get prison fatigues. I got one of those hospital gowns with the butt cut out, you know, which was, you know, convenient, but also horrible.
that's just like, I thinking to myself, this feels like Stalinist Russia or
Jesus Christ. No, you know, because you lived.
Mao Zedong, Xi Jinping, China. And make no mistake about this, Eric, this is unprecedented. This is absolutely unprecedented in our complete history. No senior White House official
Has participated in an attack on the Capitol to stop the counting of electoral votes and disturb the peaceful transfer of power that we have in a functioning democracy, and therefore have felt the weight of the legal system upon them for participating in such an act. You're right. That's never happened before. It's almost as if the crimes involved hadn't happened either.
has ever been put in leg irons for a contempt of Congress charge. And
You weren't put in leg irons for a contempt of Congress charge. You're put in leg irons because you avoided the subpoena in the first place. You were flying away, and when they took you to the holding area, the standard operating procedure for everyone there, rain or shine, old, young, fat, skinny, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Native American, it doesn't matter. Everybody gets the same outfit, buddy. You ain't special.
absolutely right. All these, like Eric Holder, whether it's Comey, Page, Strzok in the Russia hoax.
They all answered it. They all ended up answering the subpoena through their attorneys beforehand. And none of them tried to get on a fucking flight and leave town.
Brennan, Clapper, who lied, Schiff, who lied.
This is the same storyline, by the way. We watched this on Tucker. He's basically reciting this from Tucker show yesterday.
Lies all the time. None of they're like out making
So
a
Peter,
ton of money.
what do you think's behind this? What
crazy.
is?
Yeah, what is this? Why you can't? It's good. Maybe Gomert's right. Maybe it's so bad for a Republican right now, he can't even lie to the FBI. I mean, what kind of America is this?
Behind it. I mean,
Yeah,
clearly it's
what is
theater,
behind
it's
it?
show,
Right.
but I think that's
Clearly, it's theater, it's show. What do you mean? The part where he was like, I don't have to answer that shit. You can call me and I'll come talk to you at my leisure, but I got to fly out of town and I was going to be on a show, Huckabee show, and fuck them.
important distinction you made. They subpoenaed, they gave you a subpoena the week before, and so they waited till you got to the airport to make a big show, a big public show.
They waited till you were leaving town. They were like, this motherfucker isn't really leaving town, is he? Yeah, he's in a cab on the way to the airport. You're kidding me. No, he's in traffic right now. The fuck's he going? I don't know. I'm not, he wouldn't give us his schedule. He wouldn't even tell us where he was on January fucking 6th. Where is he now? His Uber just dropped him off at baggage claim. He's walking up the stairs. Yeah, he's buying a Zag nut and he's checking his bags. What the fuck? Pick him up. What do you mean? Get over there. He's leaving. He knows Steve Bannon. He could be in fucking Qatar by tonight.
Show instead of
showing.
Instead of waiting until you flew wherever they didn't know you were flying to, if they'd have just let you get on the plane. What?
Up at your home. Go ahead.
There's some breaking news for you, Eric.
All right, this is exciting. Breaking news. I'm ready. You're ready. Get ready.
I haven't mentioned this to anybody else. They actually leaked this to the press.
Oh.
Because nobody knew about this.
Hold
but
on.
Me
Wait.
and them, while I was sitting in that jail
Get back
cell.
in there. Hold
yet
on.
Very
There we go.
quickly, this thing spread like wildfire in the news. The only explanation for that is they leaked it to create part of the political circus. What's behind it, Eric, is clear. This kangaroo committee on Capitol Hill, in concert with the Justice Department in collusion with the White House, want to make sure Donald Trump is never president again. And I'm in the way. And thanks for showing my Taking Back Trump's America book, because it's taken on a new urgency.
Yeah, it's basically your testimony.
I need everybody to buy that, because that's going to be my legal defense fund.
Mhm.
Oh, he's raising money. Hold on, back up.
Trump is never president. Department in collusion with the White House. Want to make sure Donald Trump is never president again. And I'm in the way. And thanks for showing.
Yes, you're the last line of defense for Trump. You're like the plaque building up on his brain that's going to give him spikes of dementia over the next year that will make his doctor tell him that the stress of running again is not good for his health. And besides, I didn't ask you to take your pants off. What are you doing?
My Taking Back Trump's America book, because it's taken on a new urgency. I need everybody to buy that, because that's going to be my legal defense fund.
Mhm.
This is going to, I'm talking to lawyers now. I was doing
You are. I thought you were representing yourself. Oh, he's talking to himself again. I'm sorry.
everything pro se before.
Brain spurs. Nice, Vincent.
With a 2-year prison sentence staring at me, I got to hire lawyers, and this is going to be a $500,000 lawsuit, and
it didn't have to be. You could have just shown the fuck up.
I got to take it all the way to the Supreme.
You could have sat down, pled the fifth, said you believe you have executive privilege, mouthed off about what you thought your rights were, made a big show of it. Wouldn't have cost you a fucking dime.
Supreme Court. So Taking Back Trump's America, please. But what's behind it is the
A dust jacket.
worst kind of weaponization of the
worst.
investigatory powers of
Worst.
Congress,
The worst kind.
partisanship, and a complete breakdown of ethics, morality, law within this Department of Justice.
Yeah, that's where they're eating babies right now while discussing how to selectively prosecute Republicans for breaking laws. By the way, it's not a real baby. It's one of those cakes that looks real. But they just did that to fuck with the new guy.
The fact that Patricia Alloy would do what she did in
Well, stop poking the roof. By the way, he's poking the screen behind him. And it's making...
conjunction with an FBI agent.
Look, it's making the green screen act up.
So
instead of
So
negotiating
Peter,
with the president,
Patricia
filing
Allure,
a civil suit.
Patricia Allure,
No
whoever
need
she
to do-
is, it's answers to
Yeah.
Merrick Garland, the Attorney General.
Who has not actually gotten a recommendation from the committee yet, except to make you testify.
Who
She
answers to
does.
the President of the United States. Who
Navarro is the butt of the spear.
Yes.
Who do you blame for the treatment you received? By the way, I would say you were treated worse than a terrorist being taken down at an airport trying to board a plane he or she's not allowed to.
What? When did these fuckers become this delicate? Oh, thanks. Thank you, crazy insane alien.
Well, Eric, I blame the people who initiated this, because we're
Yeah, I do too. You mean the Jan 6ers? You mean the assholes in the Trump administration that pushed these people to show up, and it was going to get wild, and he's going to walk down there peacefully and patriotically. But if Pence doesn't do what he's supposed to do, you're going to have to be strong, or you're not going to have a country left, and you're going to have to fight for it. Those people, those kind of assholes. Oh, you mean the people who are responding to that shit?
we're all people of free will. And if I had been in the White House and this had come across my desk, I would have said, hell no, you don't do that.
You let him go. If I was in the White House and I heard that they were going after someone that I was a collaborator with, I would go, I, as your superior, am forcing you to break the law.
That's wrong. I don't care who you're doing that to. That's not the way. That's not who this country is.
Wait, what? Whose browser do you have open?
So the fact that Giordana did it and didn't
I love to do it. I did it and I do it again. You love to do it.
protest, that makes him complicit. The fact that Alloy did it, that makes her complicit. And of course, Matthew Graves is her boss, so he's complicit. Merrick Garland.
Yeah, it's the whole world against Peter Navarro. It's almost like Peter Navarro is the most important person in the world, and yet these people refuse to see that. Don't you understand? You can't take him through a process that everybody in that exact same situation has to go through. Take him to a place where everybody in that situation goes to. Give him the same rights and privileges that everyone who's there has, and put him in the same leg irons and handcuffs required by law to transport a prisoner through parts of the place to their actual holding cell, and put him in a separate holding cell based on your best judgment of what would provide for his safety and his ability to be processed quickly, and then bring the paperwork that you have him in custody to a judge almost immediately so that he's out an hour later. This asshole is going off like he was in the Shawshank Redemption, and he's talking to us covered in shit.
And then look, part of this thing, Eric, and this is an important point of law. This is probably the most important thing I'm standing up for.
Oh yeah, it's not for me. It's for America.
They stripped Donald Trump of executive privilege.
And they stripped you of your underpants, apparently.
Allegedly by having Joe Biden do it. There was
what?
Of executive privilege.
Hold on.
Standing up for. They stripped Donald Trump of executive privilege, allegedly by having Joe Biden do it. There was collusion.
He looks like he's had his executive privilege stripped. That is a man who looks like he used to be an executive, and he just found out he's not anymore.
Either task.
Can't even frog face like that.
Or explicit between Congress and the White House.
Oh, Jesus, he's creeping. Look, the old Trump is looking at new Trump, and he doesn't like what he sees.
And now the Justice Department.
What collage did they cut
to make sure I couldn't have a claim to executive privilege, not by talking to President Trump about it, but by saying I didn't have it because Biden had stripped me of it. Yeah. There's no case law for that. That is.
Well, if there's no case law for it, then he can do it. Any law that is not provided for in the Constitution or directly created by a law of the Congress is left up to the states, and therefore within the federal system is open to interpretation, and they're allowed to do it. I'm sure Navarro was pro-enhanced interrogation. Boo. Fuckity who.
Nonsense. Yeah. I get that in front of the Supreme Court. It's a slam dunk win, and it should be. It needs to be precedent setting. Yep. The Supreme Court cannot duck this. They should not duck this.
Yeah, can you tell these assholes are holding out for like Ginny Thomas to protect them?
I paraphrased it as a Banana Republic type fiasco going.
Because you have limited cultural references and you're intellectually vacant.
Going on, Peter.
Worse.
I would say, probably worse. Peter Navarro.
Yeah, worse than a Banana Republic. It's like a potato republic. It's like a, you know what it is? It's like a persimmon republic. It's that bad.
Always good having you on regular.
Oh God.
Guest, and we will talk to you.
Thanks for having me on. Tip of the spear. Other naval terms that Navarro out.
Again, very soon. Thank you, Peter.
Yes.
Good luck.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Please buy my book. Please buy my book. It's a potato republic.
All right, now let's bring in former Trump campaign advisor.
Oh, dear God. Thank you. Thank you, Newsmax, for bailing out on that. Jesus Christ. That was the end of the clip. Well, by the way, quality editing there over at Newsmax. They cut these clips. I don't. This is where they go. He says goodbye. This is the clip that says it's about Navarro. And this is how it ends.
Thank you, Peter.
Yes.
Good luck.
Yes, sir.
All right, now let's bring in former Trump campaign advisor.
See? Quality. There you go. You couldn't fit that graphic in? Shit. Just lazy. Bono, here's Navarro doing his thing. What's it gonna say? We don't know the damn, but the dog all wacky to do.